KMR. We're going to talk some 20B brap. So I've got one of my 20B race motors. This is out of the Formula Drift car. And we were just doing some off-season maintenance. It's getting ready to be season time, so this motor is very quickly going to go back into the race car, and I figured I would give a quick breakdown on some of what it's running and what I'm doing, and a little bit of history on this block, because it's not necessarily a new block. This motor has been with the RX8 now going on 4 years. Each year we service it, and there's been some services in between. But I always like to talk about within rotary engines and race engines, if you're doing proper service, if you're running them within the means of their reliability or your operational standard of time, and then doing service, you can actually keep, 1,000 horsepower motor alive for many years. Now, obviously, we're changing seals, we're changing gaskets, and in this particular year, I did actually replace one rotor housing and the thin center plate, as the thin center plate looked like it may have sucked something in, so I had some broken corner seals and a little bit of damage, and I felt like it was better to sub in a new plate versus lap the old plate, which had already been lapped a couple times in the past. And then with the rotor housing, the chrome surface and the rotor housing itself looked pretty good, but I was having some cracking in this front rotor housing around my lead and trail spark plug, and it was an old housing. It had also been with the motor, I think, over 3 years. So it just seemed like, as wearable items, putting new side seals, new corner seals, new water seals, freshening the motor, it seemed like it was time to also replace those two components. Now, this particular block, just to give everybody the quick breakdown, is a fully studded, so it's got studs going through the block. Here's a couple more. I did keep the two OEM oversized short bolts in the front, but everything else is oversized studs. And then same thing in the back, all the way around the block. So it's a combination of studs that go all the way through the block and up to the front plate. Now, to build these blocks, you still have to assemble them in a back half, then front half fashion. So that's why we do have the two OEM short bolts that hold the front chamber on. And then we have two 13B studs that come in through the back holding that half on until you're able to run the rest of the studs through accordingly. So you basically build the block both front half and rear half, or vice versa. Back half, then front half. Two studs hold the back end together, two bolts hold the front end together, and then you run your studs through. Now, there's a lot of different stud configurations out there. Some 20B stud configurations just go to the center thick plate. But as I got into high horsepower, I didn't want to make the thick plate be the point of loading. It just didn't seem right. So taking and dispersing load through the block equally seemed more logical, and that's why we ended up going with the majority of our studs completely through the block. It is a large street port, so to keep mid-range power and compete against V8s and inline sixes, we didn't go with a peripheral, semi-peripheral, or bridge port, and we have ran some of those in the past. We actually decided that a large street port gave the best drivability, and while I'm out there driving as hard as I can, having good drivability, not having very much boost lag, obviously the nitrous system also helps, and having a very strong power band became more important than just peak horsepower. So basically utilizing a KMR Mazdatrix developed street port, we're able to achieve our horsepower and torque goals with proper turbo sizing, proper injector sizing, and basically a good balanced setup. So street port studded, this particular block I am running lightened rotors. They're 1987 to 88 rotors. So they're actually 86 to 88 rotors. So they're high compression Series 2 RX7. So basically FC3S early high compression rotors, lightened side cut, and then balanced by Mazda tricks. So the whole rotating assembly has been balanced, along with traditional side cutting and lightening for high RPM and reduced reciprocating mass. So when you put all that together, it's a very reliable setup. And although this particular 20B block is a A-code block, so very early, originally small castings, we have subbed in some later model parts. But you can see it's not really about what the block started life as. It's about what you build it to, with proper studding, proper porting, proper maintenance. Even an old generation 20B block can be fantastic in racing application. On the oiling system, you can go wet sump or dry sump. I've been lucky enough that I acquired a couple of these Mazda factory dry sumps a long time ago, and I really like them. I do think the 20B uses up about the majority of what they're capable of developing in oil pressure and oil volume, so I've always hoped that somebody could redevelop these a little bit, and we could talk about that more in the future. Right now, I don't know that there's really any good sources available, but I know some shops are working on more production versions of this kind of stuff. And then this is actually a Star Mazda front pulley, so from a Formula Mazda. With the water outlet, this is a custom setup. I may put something new, more manufactured on there in the future, but we're running dash 16 water lines to a electric water pump. And then with the dry sump system, we're not using this for filler. We're just using this for basically a breather to a catch can. And we've got a remote oil filter. So overall, it's a strong block with the studding, good power band with the porting, 860 horsepower, 900 horsepower on boost to the wheels with over 1,000 with the NOS on. And even just at boost, that's over 1,000 at the flywheel. So very reliable, very fun setup to drive. And it's going in the car like next. Like I need to stop talking so the crew can get back to work and they can finish like putting the turbos on and put this in the car. So thanks for watching. KMR talking rotary 20B KMR studded street port motor set up for 1,000 horsepower, boost ready. If anybody needs one, let us know. We've built quite a few just like this now that are out there happily brapping it up in a various sundry of performance combinations. All right, that's a wrap. Everybody get back to work. Thanks for watching.